Football on the horizon and a great place for it. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Today, we're ready for an entertaining battle. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go from Lambeau. Samaje Perine on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, a first-round pick in 2008, writing the closing chapters of a fantastic career, quarterback Joe Flacco.
Former Super Bowl champion, I think surprised all of us, Kate, going from the couch to comeback player of the year. And while everybody thought the career was over, he still shows that he's got some RPMs and some velo in that right arm of his.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Flacco off the play action. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Rod lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. From the gun, Flacco. Finds the in route complete. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap to Flacco. This connects with Higgins. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Throwing it again here. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 19. Brought in close to the 8. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I'm may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing from the gun here. Has it down close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Browns. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Bengals finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock his 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they've made the postseason both times.
There's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. Quick throw out wide by Love. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Green Bay Packer.
You know what I call that, Kate, and I talk about it all the time. That is called a tone setter with a capital T. Not a better feeling than to start an opening drive by running it right down your opponent's throat.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. One of the tight ends motioning right. First down, and they go right back to it. And that's going to be 6 yards on that carry. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. That finds him deep down the sideline. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Jacobs will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Love looking to pass. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Only need 1 more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Love. And they're going to say he was short. They held him out, Brock, and now we're going to have to wait and see what they decide to do here on 4th and goal. They weren't particularly interested in disguising that call, Brock. The defense knew it was coming, and they make the stop.
Yeah, even against a prepared defense, you still expect to at least get a yard, get that surge, get that push. We've been so used to seeing it. That's a real tip of the cap to the defense to get that stop.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. 4th down. Here's Love. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, this is P-Rod. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Taken in by Chase, left side. Dukes out a 1-stop, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
On the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed over the middle. He works it down to the 37. Brought down by Quay Walker.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the right side and reeled in by Chase. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 27. Cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he ended up time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
3rd down, it's Flacco. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
On 4th down, out comes the Bengals field goal team and Evan McPherson. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. McPherson's kick is good. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. And it's the Bengals about to receive the kick. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff.
For Cincinnati.
Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Love from the gun. Hits him on the in route. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made by Demetrius Knight.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Love out of the shotgun. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Love. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And the this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
That's good.
And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing again. Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Trying again, following the sack. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Thrown on first down, Love. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. It's 44 yards here from the left half.
44-yard attempt.
McManus sends it through. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Barring a surprise or a miracle here in the final seconds, Kate, looks like we're going to have a tie and a whole new ball game to begin the second half.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here comes Williams on a return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the third quarter. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Only took him one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. Sending a receiver left. Going to the ground again on first. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
We both know this pace can't continue, but they got to enjoy it as they can. And that football shouldn't go to anybody else until that defense proves they can stop them.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Running on first here with Jacobs. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. There's Love to throw. Running by his back, it's Jacobs. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll run, Jacobs. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Wilson goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle, instead did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Now backed up to the 8. 3rd and goal. Love. Down he goes. The Bengals got to him. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
Hey, I get it. You know, there are times as a decision maker playing quarterback, you take a sack and you cut your losses. When you get an opportunity in the red zone on 3rd down, you'd love to give your guy on the other end a chance, because a touchdown, well, we know in the course of outcomes of games, so much more influential than settling for a field goal.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. McManus sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
So now, following the penalty, it's 1st and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 10.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 7. 1st down, Cincinnati.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Nowhere to go with it, so Higgins throws it away. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Flacco again on 2nd and 10. Finds his man Chase. Escapes a defender. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Now a toss. This is Brown. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
At the Packers' 28-yard line.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. From the gun, Flacco. Finds him over the middle. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. So we're through 3 here. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do. Trailing here in the 4th. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here comes Williams on the return. Duking the defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Now Love on the play fake. Stays in the pocket, and the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Another try following the sack. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. They connect on the deep shot. He's going to bring this down to their 35. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. It's a Romeo Dobbs touchdown. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
McMahon is there to tack on the point after. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Pirot. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Flacco's going to throw here on 1st. Right side cut by Higgins. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Shotgun snap to Flacco. Catch made by Chase Brown. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Back to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. To Jacobs to start the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. On his own read, here's Jacobs. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. Got any more of those as they trail by a score. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They may still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Let's see what they went with on third down. He'll throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, but obviously without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty.
Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, Jacobs has a lane inside the 25. And he has this all the way down to the 17-yard line. We'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Jump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for no gain. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Packers feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. He's going to throw. This one's caught. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here, 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers double their lead to 14.
Bengals 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Piron. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that'll bring up second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Second and 10 now. Put the body on the line for his team. He hangs on to that football Braun through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Bengals. He'll throw it. The left side, and Gesicki has it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 41. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. They did their part, Brock, defending the home field, using that advantage to secure the victory. We know home field advantage is a real thing. The crowd, they did their part too, adding to just an awesome atmosphere, helping energize those players at big moments of today's ball game.
Yeah, it is super fun to win on the road. I'm not going to lie, to quiet the crowd. But you know what's even better? When you get to celebrate with your family, friends, your hometown people, your community, and you know, more importantly, they played a role as that extra voice in that building, man. It is a rewarding feeling.